Okay, I'm back. I've got this to this stage. I've gone ahead and taken care of the power supply situation to tidy it up. Before I go ahead and button everything up, I'm going to show my little GoPro Wii camera, a little 4K there. This is what I've done here with the bayonets, the soldered connections. And an ATX type power supply plug-in. Once again, this way I can plug this in here into the power supply, switch this on, and if need be able to switch it off. This cleans everything up, hides all the bare wires, and makes everything look real nice and tidy. So with that, go ahead and close this up. Screws in, snug it just a little bit. These happen to be self-drilling tapping screws I happen to have on hand. Went ahead and started it without the camera running just to save time. Okay, that is at the point I can check mark that off. See, it is that nothing's plugged in here yet. Could literally plug that in. Just to see if the lights are on. I think I'll do that. We're getting more wires hooked up. Ah. Little snap fittings that keep this on the back of the board not snapping in because it's too thick. So let me go ahead and fix that. Okay, I'm back. Got this taken care of. This snaps in. I've actually, rather than taking a knife, scrape that down, take a Dremel. I've actually was able to get in there, take the soldering iron, very carefully push some of that back, snap it in, it's in. It's plugged in. I've already tested it, but that's the sight we all like to see, be able to turn the switch, everything turns on. The LCD will address in the Arduino code. That'll be the programming to get this thing to work. This board has not been flashed, just right from the factory, so it was probably tested and that was it. One other thing is the limit switches on this thing. They give you these mechanical little switches, and they're usually normally open. You'll need to get in the Arduino and invert that. Otherwise, you'll hit the home. This thing will literally go home, and it'll hit the limit switch. It'll stop, it won't go either way, and then you go to move the axis, it'll literally run the switch over. So make sure you get these right, test it, put it in the middle. That way, when you hit that home button, there's nothing stopping. That's why this little switch, you can switch it off. You can grab yourself another switch, not have it plug up to that. And while you're homing out, you can actually hit that switch rather than trying to put your fingers in between something that's moving and a limit switch and trying to beat that time to be able to hit that switch, make the contact, and shut this thing off, which it may or may not do. The other thing is these are some of the other limit switches out there that you can order. It's a rip-wrap discount switch. It has a board. It utilizes the same switch, but it goes ahead and puts that other normally closed switch on there and puts a little LED on there, so when it's closed, it goes ahead and you know that switch is activated. So that's another upgrade that's possible. This is a piece that I've come up with to upgrade. It actually snaps on to your rails, smooth rods. But it will snap on, it'll clear the belts, and the wonderful thing about that is you can actually get in there and take and micrometer adjustments to get that thing centered exactly on the edges like you'd like it, rather than beating this thing back and forth, unscrewing it and trying to get that. Just sit there and fix the screw. I got several different designs, and this was an early version. It happens to be was laying around. I went ahead and grabbed that, and just for show and tell. But yeah, it comes over here and you're good to go. The limit switch, pretty much the wiring is right here on this nice diagram. It shows you where all the wires go, the LCD board, your limit switches, extruders, the USB, and your power, your fans. The board, etc. Again, the nice little cable chain. They go on like so. This gets put in there, and as it goes back and forth, it moves and basically keeps it from chafing, and gets rid of this right here. Gets rid of all that. Gets rid of a lot of these, although you can use some of these. It's not good to put them inside the cable, but basically at the ends, up here, I'll have to put a hole in here, a bolt for the mount for this to go in this way to keep it on that axis. There's no movement here. They have a chain on this thing. Comes up here. I was able to move up here for this. You can have a chain here. It'll move up and down for this. So essentially, here it is at this stage. Like that happens to be the one for micrometer adjustment up and down for the Z with that type of switch. And last but not least, the 3M that goes on your platen, your plate, your table. It sticks down. This was made for Flash Forge, my other printer. It works extremely well. It gets rid of your tape and lets you able to do both ABS and PLA without resorting to a PC board or any of that kind of stuff. You can see the difference between the two size tables. This is a much larger build and a much taller build at that. Again, thanks for watching, and leave any comments.